Okay, guys, welcome back. This is this website. This is what I'm going to build. This is what we're going to rebuild. Let me show you. As I called the logo register login. Okay, and this is the sign up button. Okay, and then you can click on not a member yet. This is sign in. And if you click on the sign up button, as you can see, this is, it says please fill out all fields and so on. Okay, now let me show you. Okay, if I want to register or sign up, okay, let me sign up for you. I want you to have a clue. Okay, let me put my first name, Jimdel, and then put my last name. I call it coding, okay? And my email address. Okay, this is it. Let me enter my password. Okay, and my phone number, my mobile number. Should be 10 digit. And what if I enter 9? Let me show you what will be happen. Like, as you can see, say mobile number must be 10 digit. Okay, now I have to start over. Put my first name, my last name, my email address, my password, and my phone number. Okay, now 10 digit, and then I click on sign up button. Okay, now you say click here to log in. Click here to log in. Now I click here. When I click here, and then this direct me to the index.php. Okay, index.php. Now let me click on the sign in button, my email address, and let me put my password. Okay, you see, as you can see, now use my name, hello Jimdel, and everything. This is the content. Okay, is the content. Okay, is the content, and then now you can say that this is where. Okay, guys, this is what we are going to build, and this is step by step. Okay, I'm going to do that step by step. All right, stay with me, guys. All right. Well, anyway, let me go to. I got my Phpmyadmin open. Let me open a new one. Okay, stay here. I'm using a bracket. Okay, this is my folder. My main folder, I call it login register, login underscore register. You can call it whatever you want, okay? And for this folder, let me explain this. For this folder, I call it assets. I got a bootstrap inside of it, jQuery, and then JavaScript. This is style.css. This folder, I'm not going to spend time coding everything inside of it, okay? And this is what I'm going to do. Let me show you here. I have this link. I will put this link in the description. What you have to do, you have to go to the description and you have to click on this link and download the asset folder. Okay, this is what you have. This is the link for this folder. Yeah, good. All right, now let's go. The first thing you need right now, let's create our first. You click here. I'm using bracket. Click here, right click, new file. I call it index.php. You click enter. Okay. Now, now is the title. Let me add the title. If I call it register login, if you want. Okay. Now, to keep it simple and short, let me I'm going to add just put some link quickly. All right, guys, let me on the title button. Okay, let me add this those link quickly for you. Let me move. Okay, this is probably okay now. Okay, let's move on. The next link I want is Next link is okay, for the CSS I'm call it style.css. okay, this is a style.css. okay, now let's continue. Okay, next is our body. This is our main content. Okay, space, move this a little bit down here. Okay, now inside of this body, let me create a div. Okay, let me create a div, and inside of the first one, let me pass a class. Oops. Okay. Okay, I have one extra. Okay. Let me see. Okay, what's going on? Okay, this is what's going on. Sorry, guys. Okay, now inside of this class, let me call it navbar default. Okay, and navbar fixed top. Okay, now I'm gonna use an ID for that. Let me call it top. This is top navbar, top nav. Okay, now just pass the style inside of it, just for the color. Use style and create a background color. Just call it background. I'm gonna use the color like cadet blue. Okay, this is okay. I think this is okay. Yes, okay. Now inside of this div, let me inside of this div, let me show you again. Inside of this div, let me create another div. Okay, and inside, let me pass another class inside of the first one. Oops, got the same thing happen again. Okay, let me call this one container. Okay, this is for the content. This is our container fluid. Okay, this is our container fluid. This is one, and inside of this div again, let me pass another one that let me call it for the header, guys. Let me call it navbar header. Okay, now inside of this navbar header, this one, okay, we are going to use our logo. This is where we're gonna pass our logo name. Let me create, and we need what we call anchor tag. Okay, now inside of it, let me href, let's call it, okay, index.php, and let me use a class, pass a class, call it navbar blend. Okay, and navbar blend. Okay, guys, now here, let me show you here, and then this is where this is where I'm going to put our logo name. I call it register -login. You can call it whatever you want. Okay, now from there we can save our program and go to our browser. And remember, our main folder name is login_register, and go to our browser and look for you put locals / and we put login_register and that. Okay, now this is what we have. Okay, this is the name of the logo, this is the color. Okay, let's go back again to our code. This is the name of the color. Let me show you again. This is the name. Okay, this is the background for the nav. This is the name. Okay, good. Let's continue, guys. Next thing. inside of this div, this one here, okay. Now what we are going to do, like we want to do something next. We want to give the color of black. Okay, this is where we go inside of the anchor tag. Let pass a style after navbar brand. Let's say style. Okay, style. We can say let's fix it. We say margin left. Okay, margin left. We can say 135. Oops, 135 pixel. And let's use a color for this color black. Just pass it straight. Color black. Okay. Now save our program. And save our program and refresh the page. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, register login. That is the first thing. Now guys, okay. Now we have our logo name. Now let's create our sign in and sign up button on this side. Okay, let's go back to our code, but inside of this container fluid, inside of this div, let's go and create our the first button, which is sign in, and then the second one is sign up. For this reason, let me create a URL. Okay, the first one will create a URL another list. Okay, and inside of the first one, let me pass a class. Okay, let me call it nav and call it navbar nav. Okay, and now navbar right. You be precise, and you said you want this is you create this navbar to the right side. Now and then let pass just right away. Okay, let me leave it at this way, and we can go back later on. All right. Okay. Now and then inside of this URL, let's create let me create a line. Okay, we got one extra. Okay, let's create our li. The first one, this is the first one. Okay, and this is anchor tag for the first one, and we can copy this one. This is a step by step, and create the second one. Okay, space. All right. In the first one, let me use user underscore login, because we will need it later on, that PHP. Okay, and as we're working out with the first one, I'm going to use a span, or we can leave it this way. And I'm going to let me show you something quickly. We can say sign in. Okay, you can leave it there and save our program and go to our browser and refresh it. Okay, as you can see, this is our sign in button. Yeah, upper right corner. Okay, let's go back to our code. Now what we want to do, guys, we want to move, let me show you this, the sign in, move it a little bit, okay, on the side. Let's go back to our code, and for this reason, the first URL, this one, let me add some code. Okay, I'm going to say let's use passes. Okay, style, let's say this is a margin right, okay, to 200 pixel, and save our program and go back to our browser and refresh it. Okay, now is our sign in button. Okay, something is missing. Now we're not done yet. For the first line here on this line of code, let use to We want to add the avatar. To get an avatar, we should use something called let's use a span first. Okay. Let me use after this line. Let me use okay. Let me use a span that inside of the first one. Let me pass it, yeah, a style and call it this. Let's say again, margin right. Okay, margin right 4 pixel, and let's use a color. Our color should be black, and let pass, and then we skip this. Okay, let me add a class called we call it graphic. Okay, we call it graphic, and a space, another one. Okay, graphic. This is for the user. This is our avatar. Okay. This is the first span. This is the opening, the closing one, and save our program and go to our browser and then refresh it. Okay, now as you can see, it's not in order. Okay, let's continue. Go back to our browser, go back to our code, sorry. Go back to our code, and we have to use a second span after the first one. This is the closing one, this is the opening one, this is the closing one. After the closing one, let's use another one. This is let's say span. Okay, okay, this is the second one, and inside of the first opening of the second one, let me use a style. Okay, color black. Okay, and go back, refresh, already black. Okay, okay, let's go back to our code. I think this is for this. Okay, now, okay, now let's move on. For the second li, this is for the second one. This is it. And the first one we got a user underscore login.php. The second one, let's say we need user underscore we need registration that php. That's for later on. We have to use we have to use user registration.php and user login.php. Okay, inside of the first, after that, let pass a style called this for color black. Okay, and here that name it sign up button. Okay, and refresh the page, save our program and go back to our browser and refresh the page. This is the sign up button, this is a sign in button. The sign in is not okay yet. Let's go back to our, okay, now I want to, let me move this up a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay. Now I want to use something, guys, few JavaScript. I want to add few JavaScript, few script that to keep everything as short as possible. I'm not going to spend time code everything as I told you before. Okay, and for this reason, okay, after this, you see the first one, this div, and then leave some space. This is where I add the script, and you save our program and go to our browser and refresh the button. Okay, nothing happened yet. Okay, guys, this is what happened is, okay, when we refresh the page, we have this, but this is not working. Our sign in button. Go back again to our code. Let's verify to see what's going on. This is style color black. Signing. I think we have something. Okay. Okay, we don't have to get this. Okay, let's cut this and then place inside of here. I think we solved the problem. and then this should be capital letter, guys. Okay, save our program and then refresh the page again. Okay, there we go. Now we have sign in and sign up. Now let's create our folder. Okay, now let's create our folder. Okay, now this is the script I told you before. Now let's create our folder, and to create our folder, first let's create a div for the main content. Let's create a div, and inside of the first one, let me pass a class. Okay, let me call it main. Okay, I can call it main or main content if you want. Okay, let's leave it this way. And inside of this class, of this div, of class called main content, let me put some text, okay, some paragraph and so on, to see where we are. I have few, okay. Let me copy them quickly and paste it right here for you. Okay, guys. There we go. These are a few texts. Okay. And let me fix it. Okay. Now you can see this is our few text. Started with P, and this is our opening P. This is the closing P. And close our, okay, now you save everything and go back to our web browser and refresh the page. This is what we have. Now, how we wanna fix this? Okay, the entire page. Put everything in the center. Okay, let's go back to our web browser. To our code, sorry. Let's go back to our code. And what we want to do is to fix this. Now let's go to our body. This is our body, okay? Let's go to our body and pass a style. I wanna pass a style called, and let's add a padding. Let's add a padding for 80 pixel, okay? And you save the program, go back to our browser and refresh the page. There we go. Now, as you can see, now we center everything. Okay, I think this is so far so good. Let's create our folder. Go back to our code. Let's create our folder. This div is for this main content. That you can identify this one by saying that. Oops. You can say. You can say something like that. Okay, sorry. You can say end of main content. Okay, just to identify it. Now let's create our folder. Okay, now to create our folder, guys, what you want is you have to create a class. First, let's create a div. Okay, inside of the first one, let's create a class, call it folder, and I'm going to show you something quickly. Inside of this class, I call it folder. And let's create a folder also. I'm going to show you something quickly. I create a folder inside of the class. I call it folder, okay? I call folder, the first folder here. Let me pass a style. I pass a part in top. 20 pixel. Okay. Now we can save everything and go back to our browser and refresh the page to see what happened. Nothing happened yet. Let's go back to our code. Okay. And inside of this folder, guys, this one, let's pass a span. Okay. let me put this on top. Okay, let me pass a span inside of. Okay, after the span, let me create a add a p. Okay, let me, like, this is where you add something. You said coding by space, and you use an anchor tag again, and you don't have to create any link to put hashtag inside of it. And after that, you create a style again. Okay, you, for the color of the footer, you call it let me call it car. Okay, this is the name of the color, carrot blue. And now this is where you put the second name. I put Jimdel, and this is a closing anchor tag p and then span. Okay, this is the footer, this is the div. Now, okay, inside, and then after this div, okay, let's go down. After this div, we create let's create a style. Okay, and let's create a style, and inside of this style, I can say that footer. This is this is, when I say this footer, this is this footer right here. Let me copy and replace it just so that you can see it. I said that footer. Okay, now, and inside of this footer, let me pass a position. That's for the footer. The position, you said position fix. Okay, and after you said padding, you create a padding button, 20 pixel. Okay, and next, for the left side, you assign it as 0, and for the bottom, okay, you assign it to 0, and for the width, okay, 100%. The width should be 100%. Now let's create our background. Our background color, by the way, our background color should be, this is what I like, bracket. Now as soon as I put background color, this is what I got, a bunch of color that pop ups right here. You can see I can pick one of them, but by the way, I have my own color. This is let's say 2D with a 2D 3738. Okay, now next, let's create our color. Let's say a white. You can pick it one from here. Good. And next, let's say our text should be text align center. Okay, now you save everything and go back to our web browser and refresh the page. Okay, this is it. As you can see, this is our footer, guys, coding by Jimdel. There's nothing gonna happen because I didn't put anything inside of it. This is our logo. These are sign in button and sign up button. Okay, guys, thank you. This is the end of the first part. As I told you, this is a step by step, and this is where we stop. And see you in the next video for part 2. Thank you. Bye bye.